everyone, today I'm reviewing this brand new series dropped on Netflix called Fiasco. And this series, it is from French. This is a limited series and it is kind of like a comedy series about this this first time director. He's making this movie. It is based on his grandmother, and it is kind of like this comedy is kind of like a mockumentary, I will say, kind of like a Office by God, like this first time director. We see behind the scene how he is directing this movie, and he has assembled a team. There is this producer and this actress, and there is this actor, and like a lot of crew, and this show centers around them. You know how difficult it is shoot movie behind the scene, and especially of course because he's the first time director, and it is also based on his grandma's life. We see like he facing all this anxiety, and he's taking all this decision in this movie, and all this pressure he's getting from everyone. He just keeps making in this show one after another stupid decision. That's what this show is about. And after all this mistake after mistake, how everything ends in this show, it is even interesting and so funny. I was like, especially last episode, like the show is actually end of the day, it's quite interesting. Once you start watching, you're like, because obviously you can see he is in jail, but you don't know why is he in jail. So you have to keep watching. So it's definitely very engaging throughout the I guess the series. You get to see like why is he in jail and how it's the end. And the last episode, I was even laughing so much. This show was actually quite different than what I thought at the beginning. Like when this was coming, I was not sure what was it about. But after watching this, I can tell this is kind of like an Office style limited comedy series. That being said, I thought this series was so funny at the time. I was laughing out loud. I was like, this is really funny. It's so funny. I was like, so stupid and like so beyond stupid. And same time, it's so damn funny. I was laughing. Same time, I'm gonna mention this because whenever like a comedy series, I have to mention this. Comedy is always subjective. Just because I found it funny doesn't mean you will find it funny, because it's, as I keep saying, it is like some of the things is beyond stupid what he does and what he says. And this show is actually very well dubbed, like translated really well. I feel like this actor was talking himself in English, so all the dialogue translated really well, and it's so good. And he also had this best friend. He wants to be an actor and he's really bad. He cannot read even 2 lines, but he keep coming to him to get a role in his movie. And we see his grandma comes to his set and she doesn't approve this movie. I guess if you are wondering how did he got this movie, this incompetent director, because he wrote this screenplay, and people who's behind making this movie, they read the screenplay, they like it so much that they greenlit this show, and that is why he's making this movie. Of course, after one mistake and after another, of course, this is a disaster happen. Although when I was watching this show, it reminded me of recently there was in this movie Babylon. It's kind of like a Babylon style, but it's not like that, I guess, because still all these people they're talking about, what is going on behind the camera, and some of the things he says to Ingrid, I was like, what is he saying? At the same time, it's really human when you watch. This is a human like a nature. That's how they would react in real life. So I would say writing was quite good. I actually really enjoyed this show. I recommend check it out. Although I see a lot of people are giving this a bad review. I think it's good enough. It's very enjoyable. I personally liked. I say check it out if you have time. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this series. If you enjoyed this review, don't mention about other reviews on other show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.